This is the beginning of a new video. Whoopee. I just thought this was, we're right out of Gardiner, Gardiner, Maine, which is kind of a suburb of Augusta, Maine. We're 1,166 miles from Savannah, Georgia. I just thought this was kind of a pretty scene right here. We're looking north. We're heading out of here tomorrow. We're in a KOA campground down here. I'll show you in just a little bit. And we're heading out of here tomorrow. I'm going to drive through Maine maybe in 2 days and head up into Nova Scotia. Sunday, September 14th. We spent Saturday night and Friday night. This is a KOA campground, Augusta Gardiner Campground, KOA. Oh, he's busy. And these people closed up with us. This was the first Maine, M-A-I-N-E, Maine stop that we had. We spent 2 nights here. We're going up toward Bar Harbor today, about 130 miles or something like that. So this is a nice facility. They close it down October the 19th and go to Clearwater, Florida. Smart move. Up to Cadillac Mountain in Acadia National Park. This is a little glacial lake. What's the name of it?
Eagle.
Called Eagle Lake. This is some pretty country up here. But we're going a little bit higher in just a minute. We're on the top of Cadillac Mountain. And this is called Mount Desert Island. And it's Acadia National Park. I think we're about 1,500 feet above sea level. It's packed with folks. It's very pretty country. And the little town of Bar Harbor, or as they pronounce it, Bar Harbor, is on this island. But there's Atlantic right there. So I'm not going to do too much talking because there are too many folks up here. But this is a shot. I'm going to stop and show you some other shots. But top of Cadillac Mountain. On Cadillac Mountain, there's Bar Harbor, Maine, the little city, little town down there. It's interesting. The flatlands are just surrounding this mountain. They're very flat. If we were doing the quote down easter on our boat, as opposed to the Great Loop, we'd come right here. I wouldn't do it for 100,000. Well, 100,000 I'd do it, but it'd take a lot for me to do it. There's another perspective of Bar Harbor down on the flatlands. That little harbor is tucked in behind that island right there for some pretty good coverage, safety. Fancy.
What?
We're good. We just had lunch just before you get into Bar Harbor. And it's just, these places are along the side of the road. They're everywhere. This was great. Got picnic tables in there, and they cook them out here. But get lobster and a piece of corn. Delicious. Today is September the 18th. We're in Oak Bay, Canada, in the province of New Brunswick, in a campground. Today's the first day in Canada. We're about 20 miles into Canada. And we got a little bit delayed. We spent last night in Calais, and last 2 nights in Calais, Maine, which is just across the river. And we got delayed a little bit because when we were headed to Calais up US 1 in Maine, it's probably the worst highway in America. And it beat us up. The parts of it were great. They're trying to work on it, but it was so bad that it knocked. Well, Jenny and I heard some wind noise in the motorhome, in the bus, and we thought, well, I wonder what that is. And when we got to Uncle Walmart and looked, the top right windshield had popped out, and there was a hole there. There was a space between the frame and the whatever, but we had it fixed. It wasn't major, thank goodness. A repair guy here in St. Stephen's, which is about 8 miles down the road, fixed it for us. But so much for that. Thank goodness it was minor and easy to fix. But the road was just awful. It just like being on a washboard. But here we are. We're headed up to Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island and so forth. But just wanted to bring you a little update where we are. This is Friday, the September 19th. I forgot to tell you a little story yesterday. When we came through customs, they searched every inch of that bus. I may have told you that, but we had, I mean, they pulled it over, made us open all the bins, all the slide outs. We had 3 little pepper spray things that, you know, for protection or whatever that folks carry, and they took those because they said that it was illegal. It was a weapon. But you can buy bear spray up here because they've got bears, but you can't have pepper spray because evidently they don't have criminals. So anyway, and also I had a CO2 BB pistol that they took because it looked like a gun. When we went into Canada on the boat, we declared it, and they let us keep it. Now, if you came into Canada, for example, and had a gun, and you told them you had a gun, they'd give you an option to go back across the border and put it somewhere or mail it or whatever. If you had a gun and didn't tell them and they found it, you're under arrest. So thank goodness we were clean as a bean. But they took our little pepper spray and they took my little BB pistol. So pretty thorough. Plus, they took something else, a little sentimental nothing cup that we had, and it's nowhere to be found, so I'm sure they bagged that. But anyway, I'm not so sure. It was there yesterday, it's not here today, but that's another issue. Try to upload this video now, so it's about 7 minutes long, so but I do have a Wi-Fi signal here. I don't know if I can get it out, but by the way, it's 35 degrees here right now, and the wind's blowing. Jenny says it's like February in Savannah. But I'm going to put this out if I can, so here we go. We'll try it. Not issue, but fact is we're going to leave here and go to PEI, Prince Edward Island, in Nova Scotia. If you got an atlas handy, look at that. I mean, that's way up there. Thank goodness she doesn't want to go to Newfoundland, but we're going to leave here in a few minutes and head that way. We'll be on Prince Edward Island. Tonight's Friday night. We'll be there Sunday night. Spend the night there. Saturday night. I'm sorry. We'll be there tomorrow, Saturday night. I'll pick it up there.